Hey there, Chronic Joy Tarot. We're going to do a weekly check-in here. This is going to be tarot guidance for the week of Monday, April 10th through Sunday, April 16th, the week ahead, using the Osho Zen Tarot deck. And let's see where we are here. So this top row is going to be where we're starting, where we are, and then we're going to look at the week ahead. So our starting place here is this card here, Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt. This indicates that we are in the midst of big changes, big shedding of things that just aren't serving us anymore. This could be an internal shift or like literal outer world changes. It depends on the circumstances of your life. But if you sit with it, you can realize that, I think this whole season, spring is kind of like the reawakening of things, and we're in the sign of Aries, and it's the first sign of the zodiac, starting new, starting the year. Tuesday's a full moon, so that usually, if you follow the moon cycle, it's really a great time to close out or say goodbye and shed things that aren't serving you. And this is just a great position to be in right now, this Thunderbolt card. Now, underneath this, sort of an internal, hidden, unseen support to these changes is the energy of the Fool. And what this tells us is not that we're foolish, but that we have the ability to just be right where we are, right in the moment. This guy is not worried very much about his next step, and you could see where his next step from our perspective might lead him. Although he knows whatever he does, the next step will show up. Maybe the ledge will show up, or he'll float down, the cliff, or he's not worried because he knows he's always supported. And that's a really lovely energy here. The internal thrust sort of energy that supports the changes that we're trying to create for ourselves. Again, I don't want it to sound like, oh, big changes. This is a Thunderbolt card and it sounds harsh, but we can make internal shifts with our perspective, with the way we respond to things, with even if you're in a relationship with someone, and you could shed old ways of communicating and create new ones and stay in that same relationship, but sort of peel back layers of old ways that don't serve you. So having this card supporting that, basically don't worry because you're always supported, you're always going to be okay, is a really good combination. And then in your outside world, it could show up, the external point of view. This card's the schizophrenia card. This is a mind card, if you see that gray, cloudy looking number. And this figure is caught between two ledges, hanging on by the hands, hanging on by the feet, and really is caught in the middle of that and can't decide. Do I let go of my hands? I'll go tumbling down. If I let go of my feet, I'll go tumbling down. And really, the only way out of this is to just go for it. Let go and let's see. Don't use too much of your mind's energy to try to create these shifts. Okay, so that's where we're starting the week off. The early part of the week is where we are, and it's perfect, like I said, for the full moon. Moving forward, and what to develop and create as we go forward is this card, Ordinariness. So I would say that once we shed these, ways or beliefs or responses or ways of connecting with people, once we try to shed this stuff that's not serving us and create new, we can sort of take a pause and let life be for a few days through the week. Just, your regular old schedule. Find pleasure in the little things. Maybe step out into nature as much as you can and take it all in. Your daily tasks, Find pleasure in every single moment. And then underneath that, or the hidden support to that, is this new vision card, which is really, really, how perfect is that? Because you've moved through, or your intent is to shed old ways, looking at things differently. It's the perfect way to proceed. Find a new way to see things. Find, that pivot point where you can say, in the past, maybe I would have responded this way, but I'm going to try this instead, while you go about your daily life. And then the outcome and the overall sort of apex of the week is this card, experiencing, which is a lot like the ordinariness card. However, it's a little more, let's see. If the ordinariness card has the energy of just being and performing, routine tasks and just enjoying what is there, the experiencing card is taking it a step further and going a little deeper. This woman is walking through the forest and she stops to look at the tree, but not only is she looking at the tree, she's really feeling what it feels like. She's feeling the trunk or the branch there, looking down at the leaves, at the beautiful colors, just really more in depth. So overall, with the changes coming, the full moon, shed the old stuff, know that you're always going to be okay. Go for it. Just drop old ways and then step into what you've created and look at things with new eyes and look at your regular everyday occurrences with a little more depth. There's times when I can go out and sit on the beach and I'm sitting on the beach and just kind of there and mindless, but there's times when I'm there and I could see, I'll just capture, all the energy that's happening, every wave, dolphins that are going by, or the birds and the formations they choose, and just there's always more in every moment to absorb, and that's what we're guided to do this week. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I will check in with you next week, and of course, as always, look in this corner right about now, and you could go to my website and find out more about Chronic Joy Tarot if you want a more personal, in-depth reading. Okay, I hope you're all well and enjoy this full moon week and take good care of your hearts. All right, bye.